Hello my dear students, welcome back to science class. So in a previous class we have discussed about the minerals. So in today's class we will discuss about the soil. Okay, soil, its importance, how it is formed, so it is composition, what it consists, okay, and how the different layers of a soil. So regarding that we are going to discuss in this session, students. Yes, what is soil? Soil is the uppermost layer of a earth surface. It is nothing but it is the uppermost layer of the earth surface where most plants grow. That uppermost layer is known as soil. So soil is made up of a small pieces of rocks, remains of dead plants and animals, water, and even air. So these are the composition of a soil. It consists these things. Apart from these, it also consists microorganisms, which are very important for plants. So these microorganisms, students, so they will add minerals to soil. For example, plants cannot absorb the atmospheric nitrogen. So these microorganisms, they will help the plants to absorb these atmospheric nitrogen. How they will make? So they will convert that atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, which can easily absorbed by plants. Okay, this is how microorganisms are helping for plants. Okay, so this is the composition of the soil, students. Plants get water and nutrients in the soil. Since we depend on the plants for a food, so it shows that we are indirectly dependent on a soil. Yes, students, of course we depend on a plants for a food. So plants, they will grow in a soil. So indirectly we are dependent on a soil. So soil is very important for us, students. Not only for us, so we can tell it soil is very important for life. Okay, so this is about the soil, small introduction about the soil. Next we will discuss about how soil is formed, how it is formed. Yes, students, so what happens, these big rocks, mountains, okay, those big the big rocks in the mountains, they broke down into small pieces, students. So they broke down into small pieces. How they broke down means due to the action of a strong heat, wind, and a heavy rainfall, and for underground water. These all parameters make the big rocks to broke down into small pieces. So how they made? Yes, students. So during the day, what happens? The rock will heat. They will heat up. So they will expand, and during night, what happens? They start to cool. So they contract. So due to this expansion and contraction, make them to lose their strength. So when they lose their strength due to the strong wind and heavy rainfall, they will break down into small pieces. This is one way how the rocks may break down into small pieces. And one more way is there, students. So rocks, the water can enter in the cracks of a rocks. So that water, when it enters during winter time, it freezes there. So the water has a special characteristics that water on freezing it expands. Okay, this expansion makes that rocks to broke into small pieces. Later I will show you one small video how that freezing of a water inside the cracks of the rocks make the rock to broke down into small pieces. Yes, friends. So this process, the breakdown of the big rocks into small pieces due to the action of a strong wind and heavy rainfall as well as the strong heat, this process is known as weathering. What it is known as weathering of rocks. So due to this weathering of rocks, soil is formed. Understood? Very good, students. So this weathering, it doesn't happens in a 1 year or a 2 years. It takes the millions of years to form to change that rock into a soil. Okay students, it takes millions of years. So this is about the formation of a soil, students. So here I have wrote some points about how the soil how the rocks will crack on the water present inside its crack, on freezing how it broke down. Regarding that, I have written some points like rocks can crack when they are heated during the day and cold during the night. So another way in which rocks can crack is by the freezing of water. So water expands on freezing. This point is very very important. Water expands on freezing. This expansion makes those rocks to become to lose their strength, and they will become apart. So one fine day they will fall down and they will break down into a small pieces. So I will show you that video, students. When you observe that video, clearly you can understand the breakdown of a big rock into small pieces. Yes students, now you can see the small video, observe it. So here students, in this rock you can see this mark where the water is present inside the crack of the rock. So this crack, it holds the water in it. So as water came here, it freezes. See here, now it freezes. When it freezes, it expands. So this expansion after when the temperature increases, again this ice, it will turn into water. So that water again it seeps down, it goes inside the rock and again it freezes. So you can see how the distance is increasing here. So one fine day they will fall. Yes, observed how it fall, just observe it, how the rock fall down. Yes, you can see. So they fall down due to that increase in the distance. Okay, on freezing the distance will increase, the rocks will become apart and they will fall down. This is how the rocks will break down after freezing of a water present inside it. Yes, next we will discuss about the composition of soil. So soil, it is made up of a gravel, sand and a clay particles. Along with it, it is also made up of a humus. Students, humus means it is nothing but a remains of a dead plants and animals. So the topmost layer in the layers of a soil, the topmost layer, it is known as topsoil. So in the topsoil, the top layer is known as humus. That consists of dead plants and animals. Humus, it is a layer which holds the water in it. Okay, so gravel means a small stones, stones. So along with the gravel, it consists of sand and clay particles. So these are the composition of the soil, students. Yes students, so now we will discuss about the composition of a soil. Soil is made up of a gravel, sand and clay particles. Along with it, it is also made up of a humus. Water is present, even air is present there. Okay students, so here in this picture you can see, in this picture you can see students, the different composition, its composition, what is present in the soil. So in the soil, students, mineral, see here, mineral, 45% of a mineral it is present. Out of 100%, 45% is mineral. It consists of mineral, students. So next to the mineral, water, you can see the soil consists 25% of a water. Along with it, it consists 25% of air. Okay, so 5% of organic matter. 5% of organic matter, that is nothing but a humus. This organic matter is nothing but a humus. Okay students, so water, it consists 25%, and this gravel, sand and clay particles, these are nothing but minerals. Okay, those are nothing but minerals, and even microorganisms, they also consist in a organic part. Once again I will show you this humus. Wait, yes, so this humus, dead remains in plants, it present in the it comes under organic as well as the microorganisms, so it will comes under organic. So these gravel, sand, clay particles, they all will come under minerals. So water, water it is present here 25%. Okay, air it consists of 25%. So this is the composition of the soil. These are all very very important stones. So without this air and water along with the minerals, humus, plants can't grow properly. So earthworm it helps the soil to make it fertile. It makes the soil porous and it adds a humus to the soil. Along with it, it also adds some of the minerals to the soil, which makes the soil fertile. Okay, students. So this is the composition of the soil. So microorganisms, students. Microorganisms means one example I will give, students. So already we have discussed that. So atmospheric nitrogen plants can't absorb it. So these microorganisms they will help plants. How they are helping means they will convert that atmospheric nitrogen which cannot be absorbed by the plants. They will convert that atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates which is easily absorbed by a plants. Okay, and they will absorb the atmospheric nitrogen and they will put it in a soil. So from the soil the plants with the help of their its roots they will absorb that nitrates easily. In this manner they are helping the plants. So students, this is the composition of the soil. So next, the three main layers of the soil, very very important topic. Okay, so students, in the textbook you can see this type of a diagram, very important diagram, and this is I think this is a definite diagram for a unit test. Practice this diagram. Okay, not only this diagram, students, if you are able to draw such type of diagram means you can practice this diagram, or else in a textbook also it is there, you can practice that diagram. Yes, students. So when it comes to layers of the soil, soil can be divided into three main layers. How many? Three main layers, that is topsoil, subsoil and bedrock. These are the three main layers of the soil. And what do you mean by topsoil? Topsoil, it is nothing but the uppermost layer of the soil. Okay, uppermost layer of the soil, it contains fine particles of a sand, clay and a humus. Now the topsoil gives most of the nutrients needed by the plants to grow. As earlier we have discussing about the topsoil, humus. Humus is present in the topsoil. Yes. So in the topsoil, the uppermost layer, what the uppermost layer we see, it is nothing but it is humus. This layer is known as humus. So the dead remains of a dead plants and animals. This layer consists of humus. This is known as a topsoil. Remember this. The first layer of the soil is known as topsoil. Topsoil, it contains fine particles of sand, clay, humus. Okay, so this is the region where plant grows. Okay, and even it gives the roots also here only in the topsoil only. Okay, so next to the topsoil, the next layer is nothing but subsoil. So here, from here to here, what you are seeing, it is known as subsoil. Subsoil is the region where it consists of small rocks along with the water. Okay, so next to the topsoil is a subsoil layer. So the roots of some big trees grow down into the subsoil. So here in this plant's roots you can see it came till here, till subsoil. Some of the big trees roots it will reach the subsoil. So the next layer and the last layer, that is bedrock. Bedrock, it is made up of a large pieces of rocks. There is not much water here. It is quite deep inside the earth. So these are the three main layers of the soil. Yes, I hope you have understood the topic about the soil. Yes, thank you, students.